So we are almost going live. It's almost streaming. Great. We are now live on YouTube. So we welcome you all, ladies and gentlemen, for joining our very special business conversation today. And our conversation today is with our author and, of course, a business guy, an entrepreneur, and an investor. And he wrote an amazing book with the title, I'm going to read that in French, Autonomisation financière intégrale, translated in English, will be integral financial empowerment. And today we're going to be having the conversation how to be financially successful with integral thinking. You're welcome to the Sompon Global TV and the Sompon Social Service. My name is Vera Sompon and I am your host today. We're going to be having this conversation with no other person than Nelli Foumba, who is an author. He has written 2 books already now. He is the CEO of Africa Commit, and he, of course, is going to tell more about himself. He is also the representative of the Guinea Embassy here in Germany, so he has a full portfolio behind him. We're very privileged to have you, Nelli Foumba, and we will be very grateful if you can give us 15 minutes of input, or let's say 10 minutes of input because of the time we have wasted, 10 minutes of input. And from this input, we're going to go into the conversation. But of course, you have to introduce yourself so that our guests know who you are. Today, we are talking about integral financial empowerment, how to be financially successful with integral thinking. How did you come about this? This is your platform. Thank you for joining the conversation.
Yes, first of all, I would like to say thank you to giving me this opportunity to come in discussion with our brother and sister in this live conversation. As you already mentioned it, my name is Nelli Foumba Sumaro, and I am coming originally from the Republic of Guinea, and I live in here in Germany now around 15 years old. As you already also mentioned it, I am the CEO and chairman of Commit Africa. Commit Africa is the holding company here in Germany, and we are operating in 4 areas. The first area is the consulting area, where we advise government department here in Germany as well. Also in Africa, we advise also German company who want to expand their business with Africa. Our second area is the Commit Africa Academy, where we try really to educate about investment, where really the focus of this book is also. And the third area is really our main business club, where we have actually 41 investors, where they invest in different areas from agriculture, energy to infrastructure. The last area is really Commit Africa Invest GmbH. This is our own investment company where we also invest by ourselves. We are already investing in the area of hospital, water management, mining, agriculture also. To give you a little bit example, we are investing in Guinea example in 2,000 farmers with microcredits so that these farmers will get this food security underground. So you can see that I have this background of Pan-Africanism. I love this Pan-Africanism. We are here, and that's why I love also to say thank you that we have some platform like this here, which we can also try to speak about this bridge between here and Europe. To come back to the point where we are here today about this book, why this book first of all? I think as I mentioned it in the second point of our holding, we have this academy, and really we have done a lot of investment. And all the time I get a, let's say, a message, or we get an email from a lot of brother and sister from us. They want also to invest like us. They want also to do, let's say, business, whatever. They want to be investor. And I think all of you know it. We all have 24 hours in the day. And for me was really how to, I don't want to say I will not answer the requirement of our brother and sister, but it was how to share the knowledge, what we really reach till today, how to share this knowledge with the brother and sister. And this was really the main point to say, write this book and really to share the, let's say the secret, how every one of us can get this opportunity. But why this topic, integral financial empowerment? I will try to really summarize because of the time in the exactly on the sixth capital of my book. First of all, you can see in this book, as I said, we all, if it is here in Europe or in Africa, I think we have all a little bit money, and we can also be as investor when we use this money useful. And we come to the three keywords. You can see integral financial empowerment. So when we think about empowerment, we try to think how we can put ourselves to use useful our money. We empower ourselves in area of investment. And financial level is really how really this small money I am getting, or whatever, how much you have, how you can really try to get more on it, and not just like this, but useful. Really, it is very, very important this point. And everybody perhaps you can say, oh, about investment, about I know it or whatever. So I try exactly in this book to put those different kind of investment, which one you know it already, but the difference in the book is the point here, or this key word, integral. Integral mean really how can we combine different setting together, because one alone will not bring us really very, very successful. So that we should not come in those kind of crises, we need to think integral. We need to think, let's say, not on one side, we need to think on really a little bit in generally. Example, I give you one example. If it is men or women at home, who or whatever, when you think you should be successful in your relation and you forget the area of financement, it will not work. Or at home, it is only the man or it is only the woman who is financially successful and the other partner in the family is not. It will be really a crisis. So you have to think a little bit integral. So a little bit now to come straight to the book, I will really go on the sixth capital in the book. The first capital, this is really for me, according to my experience of the 15 years in this area, really, first of all, I try it because this world of investment is so complex. It's very, very complex, and there's a lot of keyword there. And I tried in the first capital to explain, first of all, what mean, example, financial security. What mean, example, financial independence, financial freedoms, because those are the keyword. Financial security, which is how really you can, from your investment, generate the money you are getting from your income. This is, you have your security. And when you come to independence, is not only to generate the money you are getting from your investment, from your investment, generate the money you are getting from your income, plus what you need in the month for holiday or whatever. then you are in this financial independence. So from the last point now, financial freedom, it is where really you can do what you want in the month. So when you can generate this money from your investment, then you have this financial freedom. So that a little bit people can get a little bit of understanding the keyword. And the point number two, which one I really, it is like when you're going step by step up. The second point is really the mindset, which everybody know, financial mindset. But here I wanted really to explain in easy word how you can be, first of all, because before you started speaking about richness or whatever, you have first of all to be rich in your brain. If you want to be millionaire outside, be millionaire first in your brain. But how? With really, the book is really as guideline with a lot of explanation with exercise. How can I get those kind of mindset? And the number three is really, we as human beings, generally, we can do a lot of things. But as I on the beginning said again, we have 24 hours in the day. You want to sleep, perhaps 5 to 8 hours. You have your family, you have your job, and whatever. And don't think everything you can do, you must do it. Put a focus. But how? There is a lot of strategy. How? What is my focus? A lot of people think about putting focus. They will think about strategy. Example, I give a very easy example, and you can find also this in my book. You will see 90% of people, when they want something, the question will be, yeah, what should I do to get this? Example, let's take when someone is a little bit big and he want to reduce his waist, he will say, okay, I know the strategy. To come a little bit small, I have to do sport, and I have to train. This will be my strategy. Yes, this is okay. Everybody know this, but the difference is you have to find the motive on the backside. Not what should I do as strategy. You have to say why I should do this. You have to get a motive why I should do sport, because you have to put, and then we come again in this area of goal, set your goal and whatever. Perhaps I want next December, I want really to eat with my family like this, or I want to marry. Don't put the question really in the area of focus, which strategy you need, but what is your motive? Those kind of explanation you will see in the capital number 3. And the capital number 4, I try to explain really, you can get your focus. After getting your focus, you need a little bit of money. But how to get this money? This is the main thing. And one point I would really like to repeat here. Having money is to know how to save money. So I try it in this book, in this capital, to explain to you how you can save money. Because when you don't know how to save this money, we have all. And here I try it to explain according to 7 account numbers, how you can use useful those kind of issues. And you can save. Even you have a really small income, you will be able to save it. And this is a really the main point. And who use really his brain and try to know how to save, he will save. When you have a little bit money in your hand, what you will do? In the general, in the common people, yes, my bank, I will leave the money to my account on those kind of things. Yes, of course, this is the classic way, but there's a lot of way how to use, again, useful your money. That means I try to explain to you a lot of kind how you can invest the money you have saving, not really trying to save the money you are getting, you are earning from your job or from your business and put somewhere. You need really to try to rethink how there's a lot of point which I wrote it, how you can, from your money, how you can use the money of the other one to make your money, or how you can really from another job to make your money to regenerate again, or with another employees to regenerate your money, or to try to develop something which the whole world will like it, then to regenerate your money again. Those are the points where I try to explain in detail. And as you can see, the point, the let's say the point number 5 is really when you have really know generate, how to reinvest your money or all this, then you need a clear picture what you should do. You develop your own project, and from this project, you know, project is not really easy. Everything is a project, but how can really manage, organize, manage if my focus, which I turn it as project. So this is the explanation which I try really very simple to explain in the in this book, so that really as it helping us, me, and a lot of people which we are training them in our academy. It's for me an opportunity, this simple, let's say, guideline to share with all of everybody, most especially people who are here, or most of our brothers and sisters who are in Africa, so that this knowledge, we should not make the mistake in the past to die with our knowledge. We should share with everybody. This is what I can say as summarize. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you very much, Nelli Foumba, who is the CEO of Africa Mid Africa
Come meet Africa.
Mid Africa, and he is also the president of this holding, this business organization or a business institution. In your conversation, Mr. Fomban, you said that 6 capitals were very important for you. Just a brief recap so that those who were here can, or who came late should maybe know where we are. The first capital you said, or the first content is the world of investment. It's very complex, and I have a question already there. What does that really mean? And you mentioned the 3 kinds of finances. You mentioned the financial security, financial freedom, and of course, financial independence. And you explain what the differences are. And in the second point, you mentioned the financial mindset. If we have to be millionaires, then we have to think like a millionaire. And you also went further to explain the importance, that was the third capital, the why of every conversation. So the why is so important, the motivation behind whatever we want to do. And on capital 4, or the content 4, we're talking about how to get this money, how to get that money, and the understanding on how to save money. And there are different forms. You explained here that there are different forms, there are classical ways, and I'm sure that we're going to go into the details to understand which other ways you have for us, so that we can really get to know more to become financially free. And lastly, the fifth point, you said we also have to invest. So we have to develop our own budget and invest. Thank you so very much for this recap of your book. The book is also in Amazon to be bought. We can have the online, please, Mr. Fomban, you can also put the link also on chat so that everyone who is here can have access to the book. This is not your first book. This is a second book you're bringing out, but I was particularly drew by this book because it's talking about money and talking about wealth and how to create wealth. So each time I hear about wealth creation, I am so fascinated. So first question, Mr. Fomban, you said there was a great difference between financial security, financial freedom, and financial independence. And my question to you is, do you think it is possible for the diaspora living in Germany to attain the height of financial independence? And if yes, how?
Exactly. As I already mentioned it, really, I tried on the capital number 4 to really explain this issue. We need really, let's say, 4 point. Um, we need first of all really to live below, to really, we should not give more than what we have. This is very, very important. Live to your limit. Don't really give more than you have it. It's very, very important. And don't just say, I am really, I believe in God and whatever, but don't leave everything to God like this. Calculate always the risk, everything you are doing. It's very important. I give you example. You want to, I don't know, you want to do some investment, you want to do something, but don't put yourself in the crisis because you are trying to do something for someone or for whatever. This they call it positive egoism. It's normal. The doctor in the hospital can help you when the doctor is feeling good. This really, our brother and sister have to understand this. You can help really someone when you are really in good mood, and it's very important. Really, don't copy the idea of the other one. Don't. It is easy to do, but at end we get this. You come in this crisis. Try, as in the book I wrote it. Try to develop your own design. Don't always think about strategy. First of all, find your focus. Find your focus under the motto with the question, your motivation. Why? Why I should do this? Really, when you answer this question on what you want to do, you will do it. Even if it's 100% who are doing the same business, when you know your why, I am doing this because of my child, then you will do it. But when you are doing just like this, when it is be a challenge, it will stop it. So I think those are the point, most especially our brother and diaspora, watch the prices. I said this always. When you want to go, I don't want to tell someone to live as minimalist, but when you go to a supermarket or what, try really, because it start with, when you start to manage 10 euros, then you will know how to manage 1,000, 10,000, or 100,000. So start really to watch the price, everything you are doing, try to compare it. I must go and pay like this, or I must, let's say, I can perhaps find another option to get the same thing online, to get the same. Those small, really, because this 10 euro, you can start investing with 10 euro already, not to be a millionaire to start investing. So I think our brother and sister, those are the point really I can really say to answer your question shortly. They have really, we have to take care about it. I did it, and really I I call it, or you have to discipline yourself. You have to put discipline on you. When you do this one, you will see the result, and happiness will come step by step. Don't
Step
be
by step. Thank you, Mr. Fomban. So yes, you're saying yes. The diaspora living in the African diaspora living in Germany can attain the height of financial independence. I mean, financial freedom and financial independence, and this can be achieved when they live a minimal life. It means that they have to check before they buy, not just buying everything. Now we have people who still tell us, yes, but I don't even have what to buy and I want to even serve. So, how do we manage such people? Because you mentioned that no matter how small your money is, you can still be able to save something and create possibilities with that. So, let's deal with the people that really have the minimum already. And according to their mindset, they can't do much It's what they have is what they have, and they can't even think beyond what they have. How do we handle such situation?
Yes, I think as again we go back to the book, you can see really in the capital number 5, really where I try to put focus on this issue. Really, if you have small, if you have, let's say if you are on the middle, or you have beginner, or if you have too much, really, the first thing is put control under you. It's your money. Everything belongs to you. But you have to make like, you have to, let's say, to give a reason why you should do what you want to do with your own money, with yourself. Are you getting me? It's very, very important what I'm trying to. And when you read this book, you will see really I try it to put in sentence or saving account. In this level 7 account, you can start with 10 euro. You can start with this, and you will generate it. You will generate it, and you will see by yourself, yes, you can. And this is really, believe me, it is a proof of yourself. And when you get this proof of you, this will give you, how to call it, motivation to think to the next level, to challenge
Mm.
it again.
Okay. I remember that for the people who come from my tribe in Cameroon, I'm from Cameroon, and from the tribe where I come, we have a specific way of supporting one another financially. So, because you talked about the classical way of saving money in the bank, and then that there are other ways. And one of the ways that we do to support one another in our community is that we do what we call the njangi, and then Jangi simply means that we put a sum of money together and we support one person every month, such that instead of saving that money in the account, you're investing in the life of some other person. But the person is not giving you directly an interest, but you're investing and supporting that person. And then, of course, your own turn will reach where you're going to also, the money that you invested will be given back to you. So that's a form where we have used a lot in the Bamileke region to explore greatly. Do you think this kind of a procedure can function also here in Germany?
Yes, I think first of all we have everybody, investment is something with feeling. Everybody have to really see where you can trust, where you feel yourself or whatever. But one point is very important. Please, I say please, don't. It's according to my understanding, and don't really, and I don't say this also, don't leave your money to the account in your bank, because really the rates there in the year when you get too much, zero something perhaps, when it's inflation you will lose. So this is really nothing. From there, I think try to make diversification of your money. Really, there's a lot of way. What you said, it's one kind of how to make, how to invest, and there's a lot of other way. Example, P2P, or you can in stock exchange, or example you can participate as a shareholder in a company, or you can be joint what is it, capital, venture capital, or it's a lot of kind of invest, or you can start your small. But what you said, I think um, this really in Europe can work, because this remember me about the story of the bank. How we started with this banking. On the beginning, when we think a little bit in the past years, it was changing. I have books, I have mails, you have rice, we change it. This was the system. And what you are selling is it is similar thing, and we can when, but we need always someone who have to focus it and try really to, yeah, um, to manage and organize it. This is the main point where I can always say. Investment is investment, but the difference is how the background, the management is, the organization is.
Thank you very much, Famban. We're going to get into the details of the different forms of investment because I think that this is the core of the conversation. We want to know how to invest so that we can really be financially free. So, but I want to give you space and room for people to ask their questions because I think they should have questions or they're interested to know more about money and how to create money. If you have any questions, please you can indicate also so we know. And if not, I'm going to continue my conversation with Mr. Foreman. No questions. Mr. Foreman, tell us more on investment now. I have been investing in Cameroon in the lives of young people, and that was my way of supporting them and to give them the opportunity so that they don't have to come and die in the Mediterranean Sea. And I did that gradually. The first year I invested in one social project, and I decided to give that as an offer. I said that was my what we call the saraka. So I said I was going to offer that as an offer to one young person. And as the years get by, I said no, I was going to now invest and get returns.
Yeah.
Tell us, how do we deal with the setbacks of investment when you invest and you don't have the returns that you had envisaged?
Yes. Um, this is exactly what really I try again to speak about the in the second capital in the book. Before investing, it's like driving. How can I say it? Mm, when you're when you're somewhere, I don't know, whatever, in your car, and you lost, but you put your navigation will show you the way how to go where you should go. So this is this classic way. You know, so you want to help whatever which reason. Then but this is today not anymore enough. This is the point. This is not today anymore enough. You need to really, because someone is guarding you. This is not anymore. You need to really now. You need really now. First of all, to think in your mind, to try really to what you want to do, to try really this to analyze it in first of the waste everything in your brain, so that you should know really, even when you don't know, you don't have a navigation where you are, you lost it. You should really know. You must not know. You should really know. Let's say the direction of north, south, east, and western. You should really try to really to know. I want to go to south. Then you take this way. Where exactly you will arise what you want, but don't follow really easy way. This is what I want to say. Try really what you want to do in Cameroon. Try to. There's a lot of impact. What I am doing, the first mistake I am seeing, people think they want to help. Mistake number one: don't help anybody. Don't help anybody. Support him in what you want to do. When someone in Cameroon, I don't know, he said, I need this, there's a lot of business. Ask him, what do you want to do? And he will say, I want to do this. Ask him again, how much cost this? So he will say 10 euro. Then when you get the half of this money, 5 euro, and I bring the other 5 euro as investment, as credit or whatever. Don't, even after 6 months or whatever, when this business is successful, you can give me credit. But don't start with those kind of. This is what I can really say. Start really with something where business, really business, where it is really where the partner the partner will invest with you. And again, the second point, please, please, I have done a lot of mistake in this area. Please, even when people are crying, you are seeing you when you are seeing all this, don't invest without a partner in the area where you want to invest. And this partner have to invest 50%, let's say, or 25, or the same with you. When there is no partner like this, then leave it. Or leave it. I will, more especially when it's in with Africa, I will really say, don't do it. Wait till someone is ready. You have always, like in the family, in the marriage, you have always to get a husband or a man really to do together. But when you think really in the motto, I want to help,
Thank you.
and it will be difficult.
Thank you very much. I get your point. I remember that. I think that's really the challenge, and I observed that the attitude of the people, because it came in that form, then the attitude of the people also was not very straight, because then they camouflaged their attitude. We are having a hand now from Isaiah Blessing. Ma'am, please could you ask your question?
Yes, good evening, everybody.
Good evening, ma'am.
Though I joined it late, I've heard what Fumba is saying. Please, I want to ask this question. In case you want to start a charity organization, how can one go about it?
Yes. We have to divide the issues here. I think charity organization, from my side, I will think as social business.
Mm-hmm.
So this is also when you see in Germany, we have those kind. I don't know when you are speaking about Germany, you instill to create a, let's say, a file, you can create a gay GmbH. So those kind of, or until to create a file, you can create just an organization without this. If I just to give you this example, but when it is in context of Africa, really, this is we have also to understand there is sometimes emergency. Is it development aid or whatever? This can be doing with let's say donation or whatever. And but when you want, I am in area, or I am really in the book, I speak really about business, how to earn, generate a let's say a return of investment. I speak about this point, and I speak about social business a little bit. Really, you are oriented to the profit, and about this organ, perhaps some have a lot of Shampoo have a lot of expertises in these areas.
Yeah, I think like you said that the socio-economic aspect of it is very important, and usually most people don't really understand that a charity organization doesn't mean that you don't earn money, and that's where we have to go to the next point of your book that talks about the mindset, because it is the mindset that will influence how much and how far you're going to go. The fact that the organization is a charitable work or is doing humanitarian work doesn't mean that you can't get payment out of it, and doesn't mean that you can earn out of it. That's actually a mistake that many people have made, and I am in the one of the uh, president of one very big institution here, and we are we will not call it charity per se, but it is a registered organization, and we manage more than millions of euros, and that's like a charity organization. So I think that the mistake many people, the thing is, when you're offering all the social services, the social work, then you should do it for free. Then you're going to have a whole lot of challenges. But Even in the social structure, like the Sompon Social Service, we have the Sompon Academy, which is the carrier. Sompon Social Service is the carrier of the Sompon Academy. And the Sompon Academy, it's also really a business organization. So, but the carrier of it is the Sompon Social Service. We have maybe also like the Sompon Global TV, for example. It is also a carrier from the Sompon Social Service. The carrier is Sompon Social Service. We have another business called the Sompon Care, and the Sompon Care is really a business on its own, offering home services to families. This business is carried. The carrier of this business is the Sompon Social Service, AFAO. So there are many ways you can go about it, but the most important is to understand how to regenerate, and that's what Mr. Fomban is talking about, the integrality, the way of thinking, so that you don't just think one line, but you think how on different dimensions, bring different services in the product. At times, when the Sompon social service doesn't bring in any money, the Sompon care brings in money, or the Sompon academy brings in money, so that the work keeps going on. So I think that's what Mr. Fomban also meant by the integrality, the way of thinking, integral. Thank you very much, Ma'am Blessing. If you still have questions on that, you can still get in touch with us. Any
Yeah.
further questions?
Thank you very much, Sampon, for that explanation. Already you are my mentor, so I can get back to you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here today.
Yeah.
Any other questions? If not, we continue. Ma'am Kagere, you wanted to ask a question? You
Yes,
can
I
ask.
wanted. Yes, I wanted to ask a question concerning somebody. Somebody has a will to do a business,
Yes.
and this person has no income to save,
Yes.
and he or he has a plan of how he can do the business and bring a profit. How can that person come in?
Yes. 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 And really, thank you for this question, because this is really again one of the biggest mindset mistake people are thinking, really. And uh, we have, all of us, we have money, really. We have money, and we can also invest, but you have to give the answer. Which kind of investment can I put my investment? Let's say three areas.
Mr. Fomban, you have to explain to us, what do you mean by we all have money?
Yes, exactly. Thank you. I mean, really, what is money according to my mindset? Money, or money to invest, you need, let's say the three main area. You need equity, also you need in cash. So this is we're getting also investment in money, but this is not only this is enough. We can get too much money, but you need really um, uh, this how to do it. This knowledge. You will see companies, they don't
So
have
the
money.
skills.
Yeah, they don't have any money. They don't have, but they generate. I give you one example. In the Wall Street, the banker go with bicycle to work. They don't have even money to work to buy car. But people with limousine, they come in this Wall Street to hear what someone who come with leg to hear. I want just to say, you have another money. This is your knowledge.
So the skills that you have.
Exactly.
Powerful.
This,
Powerful.
are you getting me? This is the point. And the number three is really your, let's say, your yeah, you have to have a technique, or you have something you can design. Really, you can say, I don't have money to make the beautiful picture of the wall on the paper, but you have a pen to write this beautiful picture a little bit on the pen. Then you can design something like this. It is also money. I mean material money. So the point is, when you are not poor or what? No, you have all to again to put to ask. You have to ask yourself, what I have now. Who need this? And really do everything how to find this person. When you think you have skill to do, then fine. And there is also a way how to find who need what you need. When you get this, you have a lotto.
This is amazing. This is an amazing point. Let me just come to paraphrase what you said so that everyone is in the same page. Mr. Fomban is saying that because Madam Kagure Wapendas is saying, but I have a plan, I have everything, I have a business plan. That's what they all say, and I'm sure that this business will be a good business, but I don't have liquidity, I don't have
Yes.
cash.
Yeah.
So that's her question. And now Mr. Fomban is saying, no, we have, all of us have cash, not always the liquidity, they find the hand, the cash in their hand,
Yeah.
the piece of paper, but we have material, we have the skills, the know-how, which consists of more than 60% actually. And then we also, not only the know-hows we have, we also have the network, that which he has not even mentioned, but it's also
Yes,
in his book,
yes,
the
exactly.
network, which is so important that we always forget. So he means that if you take that skills, and he went for that to say, then look for the people that need your skill. He made a very good example. He said the example of the bankers. The bankers are very financially poor at the beginning, let's put it this way. And so, but they have the knowledge and the skills that you and me need to invest. So when you come to me and then you give me that skills to invest, when I invest, that's where you get your money. Is that what you were trying to say?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Well interpreted.
So it means that Kagure, Mam Kagure, it doesn't always have to do with the cash.
Yeah.
Cash is one of the last elements that we may need. I think the first element that we would need and we must have to find out is what is the skills that I am having and who needs my skills, right?
Exactly.
So once you know who needs my skills, then you go on. Last 2 weeks, I wrote to the city where I am, and I wrote them, you have more than 30% of people with international background, and I'm very convinced of the fact that you may need my professional know-how to help solve the problems of your people. And I sent it to all of the big people in that city. It wasn't 3 days after they all called me. They sent one of their representatives to call me. Why? I didn't have any cash. If they have, if they have to ask me to put some money, I don't have the money. But the skills, I have it, and I know what they need. So that's what Mr. Fomban is trying to say. And
Exactly.
once you get the person who needs what you want, then the business is over.
Exactly. And when I can add here, really, this when you dear, you have already business idea. You have really. I have my investment company. We don't really have this time. We need someone like this. This is your part. This is also your. Don't really. This is your part, and you need really what you can. And again, find someone who need this. And look in my book, I try to give a lot of examples how you can find someone who need your need. Example, it's a lot of example. Someone was telling on the beginning, she want to design I don't know I don't know this internet online issue or whatever. When I know how to design an internet, then I will go to some porn and she will do the other part. But me, I have this technical part in my brain. This is awesome. When you say agro business, I don't know, whatever, can you do it? When fine, really, it will not be easier, but how to be patient on your way. And don't really try just to do like this. First of all, be clever, be rich in your brain. Capital number 2. First of all, be clever in your brain. And when you have this design in your brain, then you will do it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Foumba. On the chat, we also have the link. Mr. Foumba has put his link where the book is. The book at the moment is in French. Did I get you correct, Mr. Foumba? In French and in German. So for those who are in Germany, you can possess this book, and those who speak the French language, we did the conversation in English because we know that the book is in French, so our French brothers and sisters can really profit from the book. And so that's why we wanted to do justice to the English brothers and sisters to speak in English. And thank you so much. So please check the link if you want to have the book and get your own copy of the book. Mr. Batun is asking, the business idea also very much needs a business model to clarify, to clearly present it. Mr. Batu or the Butum, please, would you mind saying what you wanted to say?
Hello, Madam Foumba. Hello, can you
Yes,
hear
we
me?
can get you now.
All right, thank you very much, Madam, for this opportunity. From what I think Doctor did explain there, I picked a few things from there, just like you said, the need for equity, that is the fiscal cash, the idea which you did explain already clearly. But sometimes we have a lot of good ideas, but we do not know how to present them. So there is need for you to actually use that aspect of networking is very much important. It is one of the best, in bringing out your business idea clearly, the aspect of networking, because you could have the idea, but in presenting it, you need a business model to clearly identify what problem you want to tackle in the society first. If you are not able to trace that out, you might be thinking that you have very nice, you may be explaining a concept, thinking that it's very nice, it's a very good idea, but if it wants to be assessed based on a business model, you might not, it might not actually be a very good business. So it's very important for you to network with very prominent or good people who can, present your idea in a much clearer way. And I think that business ideas, because sometimes we have these ideas and we think that it is already a full business and it's just, it just needs better execution. It doesn't just need better physical cash. We have a lot to do in order, to be able to put in cash into the business. And there is something we do. We always try to say we put in liquidity, liquid cash. You must try at the beginning, because definitely every business begins as a startup. At the level of it being a startup, you have to try as much as possible to invest as little of equity cash, physical cash as possible. So it is very important to, first of all, make sure that you network with the right people, get to bring out your business idea clearly, get your targeted market, bring out the concept of the business very well first before looking at the cash part of it. Thank you very much. I think that's what I wanted to explain in my question, and you didn't get me well there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Butum. Mr. Foumba, I saw you wanted to say something to that.
Yes. I think I really agree with you. And this is, again, we go back to the book, capital number 3. This is where I speak really the focus. There's a lot of point you need to take in consideration. And when I was writing this book, I tried really point by point how you have really to collect all these points you needed and see where I am good, where I am excellent, where I am wonderful, where I can compare myself with 100% and I will always be in front. And shows only this point. The other point where you are, I really say, where you are 99%, I will not say 99, 98%, try to delegate. They call it delegation. Try to put in your network where you are 99%, do this, and you will be fantastic.
Thank you very much, Mr. Foreman. Some of us like the parables of the gift. Some people have 5 talents, others have 2 talents, and others have 1 talent. So if you have 1 talent, still do what you can. If you have 2, do it and then delegate the third one to the other person. If you have 5 talents, go on. Thank you very much. Any other questions? But if not, I continue with my question. Mr. Foreman, tell us, how was the process of bringing out this book? What does it need? What does it take to come out with a financial guide book? Because this is practically a book you're guiding people to create wealth and to become rich or wealthy. What does it take? Give us the 5 steps that it takes.
Yes, I think again on this point, it's on my in the last capital in the book. I call it, how can I develop my own design? How can I do my own project? When you need to do, let's say, book project example, it's really very easy. I would like to say really like this. First of all, again, you have to think what motivates you to write this, to write this book. Not what really, this is very, very important. Again, really, I will repeat this word too much time. Don't always think, yes, how should I do this thing like this? Or because what I should do because people need this like this. It's okay in one way. The customer, the target people to get on your mind, but your own motivation, because doing this thing really, you will get a lot of let's say crisis, a lot of challenges. But when you are really, because of really a reason, then this reason will always push you. But when you are just because I don't know, this will find really the reason, what you want to do, the reason, the topic, which topic, but why you are doing this topic. This is really the main point when you want to teach about a financial issue. Then find it, why you want to do this. My point, why I wanted to do this, we have our academy. In this academy, we are really giving B2B education about financial issues. But really, before I start discussing with someone, I want first of all you to get all this basic. That's why I write this book. I don't want really to start with someone from zero to so this is my motivation, and this really my time, I can use my time useful. Before I speak with someone, he know all those keywords. What mean financial freedom? What? So this is my motivation on the background. It make my job easier. So I think this is the first point, and the second point is really very, very good. Make a plan. Really say, I want to write this book, but put a deadline. Example, 9 months. Divide this 9 months in 3. The first 3 months, really, I call it really find a routine to so that you should not, because every day we have new situation, new problem, or whatever. But really stay focused. And the next point is, don't think you know everything. No, read as a book. Read what you want. You want to speak about cooking. You want to speak about whatever. There is a lot of book about this cooking. Make a small inspiration to the other people. You know, everything we want to do, it's already, I will try to say like this, it's already existing. You need just to try to a little bit design with your own design a little bit, but make inspiration to the other book. And when you have this opportunity, ask someone and ask for advice. Don't just stay in your context, do everything, and it will be really, again, not integral. It will be one way. and the integral. This is what really you can see this book, this 6 capital. It's really different. Every capital you can write a book for it. But this was not my point. I wanted to combine all these different capital together. So the last point is really what I can say. It depends. To ask yourself why when I'm writing this book, I want to earn money about this book. Then you have to think about marketing. But when you want just to write for your daughter because of love or whatever, or then those kind of points you have really to put in consideration.
Thank you very much. I summarize what you said. You said to come up with such an amazing book. So I recommend you please check the link on the chat button so that you can get your own. For those who are watching from YouTube, we're going to also link up with the link so that you can also have access to the link. Now, so you said to have come up with this wonderful project as a book. If you want to write a book, it's so important to first of all begin by understanding the why of the book, why you're writing that book, not your clients per se, but your own why, your own motivation. Because when the time becomes rough, you can see always go back to your why. And then secondly, you say get a very good plan. You can plan the book. If you're planning the book for 4 months, 1 year, 3 years, then you can plan that in segments so that you can be able to do it. And of course, create a routine. A routine means that every morning you write at least for 30 minutes, or every evening you write at least for 5 minutes before you go to bed, or you go somewhere in one bush and sit there every day and write at least. So that's a routine that you are creating. And of course, also get inspiration from other books. So don't just think that I'm all knowing and that's okay. Read books with the same topic so that you can get more inspiration, and now you can come out with your own kind of book, with your own words, from your own perspective. And then ask for advice, because that's so important. And lastly, you said if we have to clarify if we're doing this for as a gift to our children or for money, then we have to clarify the marketing strategy. Was that so?
Yes.
Good, I got it. Thank you very much for joining the conversation today. An amazing conversation. So what did you do? That you created the book for us, or you created it for money?
This book I wanted really to share my knowledge, really to, yeah, let's say, to the whole world. This is what I, because as I perhaps on the beginning, I really, today we are operating in several countries in Africa, and with our company, with it is 68 employers, and we started really in the last 7 years. We grow so fast and all this. So this is really a kind of let's say a motivation which I can share with every brother to say, look here, take this book and read it. This is really to share with the community, because it's possible. It is possible. We are making really a lot of useless mistake. I wrote also in the book. I wanted, I don't know, my girlfriend, I wanted, and my family, I wanted to make them happy. And because of my opportunity, I was working, and I go to the I have a credit card, and I use my credit card to pay the holiday, to bring them somewhere. But this money of the holiday, I didn't have this money. I was thinking that one money will come, and I will pay this I will pay this money from the holiday with this money. I use my credit card to make my family happy. But when I came back from holiday, the money I was expecting was not here, and I am a little bit in the crisis. So those kind of it doesn't make it doesn't help you. It doesn't help your family. Try really again on the first point our discussion. Live with your opportunity, what you have. Try to do your best with what you have. And those kind of, I think, this is very, I did this mistake. I wanted to make my family happy, but it is mistake. You need really to take those kind of small thing in consideration. I wanted really to share. It's not really to earn money. It's really to share with the community, and that's why I wrote also in French, because I want to really those community in Africa or whatever, they should get access on it. And I will put also in English. I am very sorry that English one is the last one now, because
but at least you're working on it, right? So
I
you see
am,
there's interest. Work on it, please. We need the English version, but we have the German version and we have the French version at the moment. So Mr. Boutom, you speak French because you're in Cameroon, you're Cameroonian. The link, Mr. Foumba, please put the link again so that those who came after can have access to the link. And we are also going to put the link on Facebook. Follow Mr. Foumba on Facebook, and his work is also on Facebook, and you get every information about the link, about the book, and where you can also buy the book. A young person asked me the question when I sent him this flyer, Mr. Foumba. Oh,
yes.
I'm interested. I want to also write a book, but who is going to, I need a sponsor, an investor, or someone like a verlag. In German, they call that a verlag. Now that they call that again in English. So,
Where
but you
to
know what I
publish?
mean,
Yeah, where to publish it?
a publisher. So how do we go about this? I don't know if the person is here, but had that question. How
Yeah,
do we go about publishing? Do you do self-publishing, or you prefer to give to other people to publish for you?
exactly. It's today so easier to only with 19 euro you can publish a book. 19 euro you can and really
Amazing. Do you hear that? With 19 euros, you can publish a book. So
yes,
you guys all get up and go write that story within you. Thank you. Go on,
19
Mr.
euro
Foreman.
you can publish a book. And it's so easier. And before example, you don't need really to buy a book, your book in advance. No, you can make your own small flyer or small own page for advertisement and publish this. People will make demand there, you collect. And this is another point now we are coming. How to generate money with the book. This I try to explain again about the book. Don't make the mistake, because when you have a target to generate money with your book, don't make the mistake just to publish it because you are give to the people, the publisher, they are publish it and wait. That's Amazon or whatever they will there you will buy. No, no, no. Then you have to go to another point, which I try to explain in the book. There's another really kind of how you should do, and without paying too much money. When I say too much money, let's say latest is maybe to create your small lending page, something like this. You need something like, I don't know, 30 euro. You have those kind of things. Then you can collect, really generate lead. You can generate um, people who want to buy your book, and you give to the how they call it, to the printer shop, and they will print. It's so easier. It's so easier, and write your book also. You can yeah, it's I can say it's really easier to do it when you want.
It's easier to do when you want. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gradually coming to the end. And Mr. Fomban, I'm reading from the chat, and many people are really excited to wait for the English version. So they are waiting for the English version. So you have now an assignment to go finish the English version. If you did not start, please start working on the English version. And Miss Kwatenga says, I like the idea of delegating as it means you can work smarter. And Mr. And there was a question here on the fact that people are not getting financial freedom because they donate in the churches and they give to people. Okay, she says there is still this deep state of mind where we make money and give it away, trying to be kind, religious, empathetic, and good. How do we manage this? How do we? No, please. I don't want to be, we don't want to be wealthy people who are selfish, so that they think they used to think about rich people come to. How do we balance between creating our wealth, the wealth, generational wealth, and still be good people?
Yes, and again in my book you can really find in the capital number 4, and where really, and this is very important. The example was, I am living here in Germany, as I already mentioned it, 15 years. We really, when you are living a diaspora, I have my brother, family, all in Africa and so on. Or I have to go to the church or to the mosque or whatever. I have to contribute there and all. It's normal. All these issues belong to our culture, belong to our life. We cannot, you cannot say you will stop those kind of issues. No, it will make you again, it will put you in crisis. And this again, this really in this book, I try really to focus into integrality in those kind of issues. How those small things you have to really be very careful about it. And again, when you look on the capital number 4, you will really see how I tried to explain those kind of account models. When you follow how I designed there, and this is a model which is really already, it's not something new, but when you follow those points, first you will really, example, when you are getting, let's say, 500 euro in the month. So you will first of all discipline yourself, generate this money. How you have to know, according to how I divided 7 points, everybody will get what is possible in your possibility. Then really, once you need just to do your best, you must not do what you cannot do. Be honest with yourself. When you try like this, as I described, you will have the money for the churches. You will have the money for yourself to enjoy also. You need this also. When you just give the money to Africa and you don't enjoy yourself, this is another problem. When you just take the money and invest and without giving a little bit to the church, this is another problem. So this, I think, again, it's possible to give to the church, to make donation, to invest. It's possible, and you need just to really discipline according to the guideline. I try it, make you a little bit inspiration there. It will help you. It helped me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Foumba. And Mr. Boutum says the people in Africa, they exaggerate. And he said the church has placed students on youth in bondage and youth in bondage to stay in church for weeks fasting and not studying. Emmanuel, you have the word exaggeration. Exactly. So we hope that the second capital of Mr. Foumba's book is talking about the mindset. So I think that to solve this problem, we have to go back to our mindset and work on our mindset. We can only become wealthy if our mind is ready for wealth. And without that, we can't become wealthy. Mr. Foumba, tell us shortly, what would you counsel us? We're here about 18 people, 19 people. What would you tell us, a take-home message?
Yes, I think as we already know or are trying to do, think big, start small, and really don't trust what you know, try to know what you don't know. I try to explain a little bit. Really, everything we know it. This is really let's say 10 or 20%. Try really to know the other 80% of what you don't know, and be always the person who really try to give the caution. What I want to do, what are the expertises I have it, what are the expertises I am missing it, and who can, who from my network or from the network of who. So the world is connected, everything is possible. And believe me, brother and sister, and happiness is not really getting 1 million one time or all this. I think we know all this. It's really to try to get this integrality, this balance between different things. And I hope that with this book, I do my best to share really some guideline expertises with you. And I can only say I wish you all the best. Yeah, this is what I can say.
Thank you very much, Mr. Foumba. And we have almost come to the end of the conversation today. If you have any, again, on the text, we have people writing in the chat. And I concur, somebody is saying, essentially, you will be trading smart without losing by being generous. And she goes further before she says expand your knowledge. Another person says expand your knowledge as much as possible. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And today we have been talking with Mr. Foumba Emmanuel, who is an author of 2 books already, and he is the founder and CEO and chairperson of the Africa Commit, and he's an investor. And today he has taught us how we can invest even with the little that we have. And he has broken the myth of investment, because usually we think that we have to have millions before we should invest. So today you're going home knowing that you can invest with as little as you have. I think Teresa Stan is having a question. Is that a question or a remark? Is your hand still a fresh hand, Teresa Stan?
Yeah, sorry. Yes, it's just a remark. In the chat, I wrote that, in the sense of giving or donating, I wrote in your pricing, you simply put €1, when you're pricing for your product. And then in that way, your charity will be included in the pricing. So you will not have to worry much, when you're giving, because you'll be working smart for yourself and at the same time, helping and giving back to the society.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, ma'am, for that contribution. So to take home message, Mr. Foumba Emmanuel or the Foumba Nelli also says that we can all write a book. So if you're wanting and you're here and you really want to write a book, please get in touch with him too, so he can even coach you, because he says on the point number 4, ask for advice from experts. He's an expert in this, so we can get in touch with him and ask for counseling. And last but not the least, he said that we are all rich. And he mentioned the different kinds of riches and said that in establishing a business, most of the time people want to have the cash, the liquidity. But he says that we must not always start with liquidity. You can start with the skills and know-hows that you have, and you look for people who need that skills and know-hows, and you offer to them, and then boom, business has started and money starts flowing. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining the conversation today. And if Mr. Foumba don't have any other word for us, then we have come to the end of our program.
Yes, thank you from my side. We can't hear you. Your microphone is. Your microphone is.
I wanted to say I wish you all the best